think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
And if you was instead of hating, you'd be balling too. I know you seen us falling too.
Salute to everybody in here. We'll wait a couple more minutes for everybody to get here. It's just like what you don't mind.
Black on black, cause it's greater haters face down on the mat. Splat, yeah, I can make a green nigga mad. Quick, fast, flash like 10 cash on this bitch. I can tell I'm a G.
You got up in here.
I play the game, make me talk in the stands. Watch how you talk when you talk to the man. If it ain't about bridge, you talk to the head. I show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you by the hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, guy, I'm fly, something like the air. Ain't that something when it's stunting, man? It's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right there. Homeboy, right there.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground.
Brandon House, salute, homie. Salute.
I think you're a hater.
What's good with you, brother?
We go. Haters everywhere we go.
Got that link out there if anybody wants to hop on. I'm about to go ahead and get this top loaded on. Salute everybody. What's good? What's good? What's good up in here on this Sunday evening? So we got AJ about to fight Akban Jr. He's been knocked out plenty of times. See, they should have went ahead and went with Big Baby Miller. Because Rockman Jr., I mean, AJ got to get a knockout then. Because the skill set is completely different. Now, not seeing Rockman Jr., he started off a great prospect. But then he went downhill from there. And he's done had a few bullshit fights, but nothing of the caliber of AJ. So this is another tune-up fight basically for AJ before he fights Wilder. Hell. Dillian White always with some fuck shit, though. Opening LD, salute and blessings, brother. Salute, salute. Anybody want to hop up there? The link right there, though. But this AJ fight next week, it ain't really going to be hitting on too much. Not seeing Rockman Jr. I mean, Rockman can surprise him, but more than likely, AJ should knock him out. Because he ain't been nothing since he first started. Because he started with so much promise. So, that's how that is. Hold on one second. Let me step in the house real quick. Hey, Stank, go grab my other phone real quick. Rome the plug. Salute. Salute. Hurry up. Salute to my guy, Rome the plug. So, what do y'all think Spence goes from here? Do y'all think he's ready for a rematch with Crawford? Or do y'all think he should just let it go? Me, I feel like he'll be 100% differently at 154. I feel like he wasn't, that weight cut messed him up. Come on with the damn Jalen. I feel like that weight cut really damaged Spence a little bit, you know? Like, he wasn't prepared to lose all that weight at that time because, you know, his body's been there for a while. Everybody been telling him to move up. and he didn't. So there's weight classes for a reason. If Devin Haney would have fought at 135 after the way he did, oh yeah, Brandon House, it's going to be a totally different outcome. But see, that's why Devin Haney isn't fighting at 135, because we seen him look like a skeleton. We seen him with the private weigh-in. You feel what I'm saying? That private weigh-in is because, you know, people are having problems making weight. Terrence Crawford had problems making weight, and he only had to lose like 12 to 15 pounds. But the fact that he was mostly muscle. See, Crawford was mostly muscle, and his body was prepared for 147 because he's like a true welterweight at that size. He's a true welterweight. So, you know, he filled out because he was coming up from smaller weight classes. Salute all things. But see, Errol, he's been at the weight class. Like, he started at 152 when he first started. So, you know, Errol, he's been fighting against his body for all these years. And the only reason he fought at 147 because he promised us Crawford at 147 for undisputed. So the man was a man of his word. He gave us that. Right there. It's going to be completely different. And Earl's going to be supercharged. And when he comes out like this, Earl's going to be bigger, faster, stronger. Rome the Plug say, them Omaha niggas finesse everyone. Well, you know, y'all remember how Crawford looked when he first got to 147? It took him some time to get acclimated to 147. Remember, he fought Benavidez and Jeff Horn. You know, he was just getting up there. You know, his body didn't feel out for it. And that's going to be the same when he goes to 154. He's going to need a adjustment period, but he's not going to get it because him and Errol going right into that rematch at 154. So, you know, Earl's more comfortable at that weight. See, Crawford is not going to be as fast at 154 because if you know, when you add weight, you slow down. Smoking Bud's Revenge. Salute the links out there for you, Smoking Bud. But so yeah, it's gonna be a big change because his speed is gonna be down lower. While he may lose speed by adding weight, Errol will gain speed because he's getting closer to his natural weight, and he gonna gain power because he get to use more of his muscles. See, his muscles were depleted because he couldn't put on no muscles. That's probably why he couldn't do a lot of strength and conditioning. Because Daryl Deluche, salute. That's probably why Errol couldn't do a lot of strength and conditioning because he just made the weight at 147 with a nutritionist. Any extra that he would have put on would have fucked that all up because Errol was on a tight leash, tight rope. And to make 147 was a tight stretch, especially at 33 years of age. So I feel like they'll be able to bring Blu-ray in because with Blu-ray, you know, Errol gets solid. Errol becomes a beast. And, you know, he can't lose as much weight as he used to as a youngin'. As a youngin', he can lose the weight and he have more water to get rid of. But as you get older, your body changes. Your body ages. Hold on one second. Let me turn this thing down, y'all. Hold on. All right, now we back. So see, Errol couldn't really do strength and conditioning like he wanted to because, you know, as you do strength and conditioning, you add muscle. Muscle's heavier than fat. So, you know, he couldn't add but so much muscles because if he did, then that probably would he would never make weight. But at 154, he had extra weight to play with. So, you know, Errol will be a lot fit, a lot strong. and he'll be ready to take on Bud. While Bud will be a lot slower with that extra weight. He might get more power though, but they do need to check them gloves though. Not saying nothing wrong with it, but make sure both fighters ain't stacking. Make sure it's a clean fight. That's what we need, a clean fight. That's what the fans deserve. But it's crazy because a lot of people point out to Errol Spence looking like Wilder. There go the link right there. Anybody want to hop up here and give your opinion? But we've seen Errol. We know Errol know how to cut off the ring. We know Errol could take a shot. We've seen Errol sit there and outbox people. We've seen Errol fight on the front foot. We've seen him fight on the back foot. And like I said before, it's like Space Jams when they took all the damn people's skills away. Salute, Smoking Bud. What's good, bro?
What up? What's happening with it?
Not much, not much. What you thinking about it?
I mean, they do it in Vegas shit. That stacking shit, they gonna do that. Plus, Bud gonna be the A side in the rematch. So it depends on if they run it back somewhere else.
I mean, hey, Ron the Plug. People kept telling me that they didn't use VADA testing, and I checked and no, they didn't use VADA testing.
You said they didn't use VADA?
Nah, that's what they said.
Oh shit. I ain't know all that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Victor Conte kept hollering about.
Man, muted you.
Yeah, they said, yeah, I checked. They didn't use VADA testing. But it's crazy because Victor Conte and Snack, Victor Conte is the leader in them, the
sports supplements.
Yeah, supplements, yeah. Because he the one that single-handedly messed up baseball. So I did check. They didn't have VADA, but it's crazy because they always hollering at Errol, talking about Errol, his nipples and all this, that Errol ain't no way he can get big like that and have that same stamina and everything. But it's crazy. They put all the blame on Errol to make you look at Errol. And with no VADA testing, they could be backdooring like that. I'm not saying that they did, but Bud was super strong now. I ain't seen Bud like that. He was brawling. He was the biggest guy out there.
The way he was punching, he looked like he was on his Tyson Fury shit. Because them gloves is not supposed to be that flexible.
Every time he punched Errol, Errol felt it. Errol felt every shot. And I've seen Errol drop with shit that I've never seen Errol drop with. But
he hit him in the shoulder and he dropped, bro. Like, what the fuck is this shit? That first knockdown, the second, I'm like, what the fuck? But,
nah, that first knockdown, the second, he hit him behind the head, in the back of the head, really. He caught him behind his ear, like right there at the equilibrium.
Errol got to be careful, man, in this rematch, bro, because the shit that Crawford was doing, he was hitting him with elbows and all type of shit.
Hey, Rome the Plug. He made Errol Spence look like his easiest competition. Like David Avanesian put up a better fight than Errol, and that's crazy. Like Jose Benavidez took Crawford 12 rounds. Amir Khan even didn't get knocked out, but he made Errol look like Errol was just a damn D-class fighter right there. Like, I was like, wow. But it's a lot of conspiracies and a lot of theories going around right now. And like, I ain't trying to partake in this shits like that because I don't want to take away from the biggest fight. I want it to be like this. I want everybody to sit there and doubt Spence and say this and that, like he ain't nothing. And then when that rematch comes and Spence blow this nigga out the water, I'm be like, see, y'all motherfuckers doubted. So you know it was something wrong. Because if you try to mention anything about it, they say, oh man, you can't take a loss, or man, y'all, if it was the other way around, like, bro, y'all can sit there and look and see that the man ain't the same. Like, bro, I mean, we not taking that away from Crawford. We taking it away from Errol. Errol wasn't the same fighter that he was.
What I can take away from Crawford is that he stalled all this damn time. if he was too prideful to say he needed a tune-up, could have just said that, even though he did that. The Avanesian fight was fucking tune-up, bro. Nobody asked for that shit.
Yeah, but he make himself look bad because you stalled out for over a damn year. Like you
Yeah,
was motherfucking damn coming off that shit.
and he was
But
happy when after they announced it, when they announced after this fight that Errol got into another accident. He's all, yeah, I didn't know. And he take his ass on Twitter. Oh,
exactly.
well, I'm ready. I'm ready to spin the block. You want to spin the
Yeah,
block?
because
I'm
at
ready
first
now.
when he fought David Avanesian, they asked Crawford what was next for him. And he was like, man, I got to check with my people and everything like that. But as soon as Errol Spence got into that damn accident after the Frank Martin fight, he was like, hey, you want to spin the block? I'm ready for you. That's what I'm like, damn, you waiting for the nigga to get another accident? Now you tell him to spin the block? Like, you wasn't saying that shit when you was at the David Avanesian fight. It's like, you waiting for that man to be not in his perfectness. Yeah, all things, they have problems with it, but they act like we just pulling shit out of thin air. We're not pulling it out of thin air. I'm just saying it's just casual observations. And if you real with yourself, then you would say, okay, yeah, that did happen. Not
Okay,
trying to take
it's
that away
all
from
good.
either fighter.
Like
Will
Earl
T.
said, man,
Shelton,
he
salute,
ain't giving
King,
us no
salute.
excuses. It is what it is. Crawford got that little shit off. See him in December.
Oh,
One
yeah,
thing
Will
about
T.
Earl,
Shelton.
gonna get
They
that lick
definitely
back.
get that shit back in blood. And it's funny, I seen the video how Derek James was trying to
Check
feel
some
on Crawford
gloves.
gloves.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like,
Hell.
like for Derek James to sit there and try to feel on Crawford gloves, he noticed something. He noticed something. He know that them punches ain't supposed to break shit like that. Earl was getting knots, like knots. Like motherfuckers was getting hit with big boy knots.
I heard he got a dent
And
in
I've
his head
seen
like
Earl get
Wilder.
hit with bigger shit than that. And never knotted up like that. It was like every time Bud caught that nigga clean, it was a knot. Of course,
Yeah.
Will T. Shelton, Vegas is controlled by the mob.
Yeah.
You know, and Vegas hit us with the hoopla. They made the line close, and they made Earl an underdog, so a lot of motherfuckers could pick that shit because it was a big shift in bets onto Earl. So they made them a underdog. We fell for the bait. Boom. Hell yeah, Gaz. He was bigger. He was bigger than Earl. But and salute to my man Gaz. But yeah, it was crazy. That man was the bigger man in the fight. And I'm like, damn, that was one of Earl's advantages being the bigger man. And like Crawford just put PBH big dog salute, King. But that man just threw Earl around the ring like he wasn't nothing. And I'm just like, damn. And like after the first round, when they was out there, I seen Bud caught Earl like a couple times in the first round, even though Earl won that first round. And Earl looked kind of funny after he got hit a couple times.
Yeah, he was looking like, what the fuck did he just hit me with, bro? Like,
Yeah.
fuck. I mean, we seen
Yeah,
it with Margarito,
he
man.
was
That
catching
more
Earl
shit.
with some shit now. But if they didn't catch that shit, that's their fault.
Yeah.
Like they supposed to have that shit. They supposed to have that shit ironed out. You supposed to look Floyd. Floyd ain't getting in the ring with you until they check your gloves and you put the gloves on right in front of them. You see, that's what happened with the Madonna fight and all them. Floyd ain't going for it. Floyd make too much money and he's the A side. But see, with Bud, he made so many stipulations that he was threatening to walk away from the fight. So, Earl had to comply to everything that the motherfucker wanted. And like Novada, you would have thought Vada would have been the first thing that they asked for because they always accusing Earl of being on that shit. And so for them not to damn test for Vada and shit, they know Earl's a clean fighter. They know Earl has never failed. Victor Conte, he's the king of PEDs. Snap. But for them not to have Vada, as much as they accuse Earl of being on that shit, that's suspicious as hell, dog. I don't care what nobody say. Like, it's a difference between being a fan and being a dummy. Like, I don't like the damn cause no conspiracy theories or nothing, but I'm not stupid. I can read between the lines, bro. Like,
Yeah, when Earl called them out, bro, about the sanction fees, I already knew they was going to have it out for him. I already
yeah,
knew. Because Crawford ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he known for working with DK. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Yeah, Daniel Kinahan. We can say the name.
Yeah.
Exactly, PBH. We seen them testing out the gloves with damn motherfucking David Evanesio.
Yeah.
Ain't no way gloves just explode in the ring, dog.
But it
Ain't
is
no
on
way.
Spence team though. Like when I said when Bud was wrapping his hands, you clearly see him stack him. I'm like, why ain't no member in Team Spence in there? Like Derrick James' brother Maurice. He'll usually be in the opposing team room watching them wrap their hands and, put his hands in the glove and tape them up so the commissioner can sign off.
Salute to my G Edgar Chavez. Salute. Go ahead, bro.
No, but I mean it was a bunch of shit that went down, man. But like I said, Earl, he couldn't miss out on another payday. So I get it. I don't agree with it, but I mean, hopefully they run that shit back in December at 54, man. That's
I
all I can
mean,
really
yeah, they
say.
supposed to. But yeah. Yeah, PBG. That man got Detroit BC. Salute, King. Yeah, that man with Victor Conte and Daniel Kinahan.
Yeah, this whole process was to psych Earl out. Accuse him of being a PED user to put the light on him and take the shine off Bud.
That's what I said. Throwing
Ain't
rocks when
nobody
you in a
talking
glass
about
house.
gloves. Yeah, ain't nobody talking about his gloves in the Avenesian fight. Nobody saying Shay just brushed the shit under the rug. He getting the Fury treatment. That's all it is.
I mean, they was in the same camp.
Motherfucker talking about he eating wild boar nuts and all this old weirdo ass shit. That motherfucker juicing.
Yeah, Fury been juicing because when damn Jaron Anderson, when that man was in the damn they was in the damn training camp. It was Jared Anderson, it was F.A. Ajaba, and Joseph Parker. They was all in Fury's training camp. They say Big Baby Anderson beat the shit out of Tyson Fury, had the nigga sleep standing up. And Tyson Fury, he said he had COVID and flew back to England so he can get juiced up.
Yeah.
And look, everybody they talked to F.A. Ajaba and Joseph Parker. They was like, so how does it feel that y'all had COVID and everything? And they was like, COVID? Ain't nobody have COVID. Like they didn't know what the fuck to say. Like they went in on the lie. And that's when everybody was like, oh shit. Tyson Fury said everybody had COVID. That nigga lied just to get back over there and juice up. And see now that motherfucker can't even come to the United States no more.
Yeah, man. It's a bunch of dirty shit in boxing. That's why I say it's hard to be a fan of the sport, but I can't stay away from it.
Yeah, Ron the plug. Yeah, that's finesse right there. That's finesse right there. You put the blame on somebody else when you know you the culprit. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
he was
I've
doing a
seen
lot
niggas
of
do that in real
projecting.
life. Like a nigga help you look for some shit, knowing he done took the shit.
Right.
Like, man, you think it might be over here? Like, nigga, you got my shit in your goddamn pocket. Like, that shit crazy as hell. A nigga will steal your shit and help you look for it. But yeah, not having Vada, though, they should have had that. That's clean boxing. Everybody's supposed to have Vada, especially when you at this level. When you at this level and you fighting for belts, it should be no question that Vada is supposed to be in there. Yeah, yeah, Bud was hands of steel right there. He was Dr. Steelfist, like they call your boy Dr. Steelhammer and Dr. the Klitschko, Steelhammer and Steelfist. Because Bud was busting Earl Spence the fuck up. And I went back and looked at the Cotto and Margarito fight. I swear you can superimpose both fights together. In the same way Cotto was trying to get the fuck away from them shots, Earl was trying to get the fuck away from them shots. That's why Earl just bull rushed. Earl was like, fuck this shit. He tried to bull rush Bud to stop him from throwing them damn shits. Because that nigga was throwing some heat seekers, dog. And them shits was popping. And every time Earl, look, the nigga was popping Earl in the face. Earl tried to put up a damn shield. Nigga popped Earl in the side. Earl dropped his high guard. Nigga hit Earl in the body with them things, boy. Earl didn't even want to go back to the high guard no more.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, he hit that nigga with some thunder. Like, what the fuck going on? And then I just thought about it, like, man, he catching that nigga. Yo, Edward Jr., salute. Yeah, I think he hit that man with some shit. But you best believe they gonna be prepared for all things come December, the December fight. Ain't gonna be no damn fucked up gloves. It's gonna be VADA testing. Everything new under the sun they doing. Like this gonna be the most legit fight because look, motherfuckers just ain't gonna take no L like that. Yeah, it did hurt to watch that shit, Edgar Chavez. Like every shot hurt me. I was like, damn. I was like, man, Bud sharp as hell and he hitting with some thunder. Like Bud ain't never been a one punch knockout artist like that. You know, he usually a Dasian swarm you. That nigga had one shot power, boy. I'm talking about brute. Like that was one shot knockout power right there, boy. But shit, hey, it doesn't happen. It's in the books. If Earl didn't say nothing about it, we can't really say nothing about it. But I know Derrick James didn't feel that man's hands for no reason. Like Derrick James been in boxing for a long time. Derrick James was a 10-0 fighter until he fought a guy that was 28-0.
Yeah, Joe Lipsy.
Yeah, they put him in the ring with a guy that was 28-0.
And he dropped him too.
He dropped
Derrick
him in
just
like
ran
the
out of gas.
second, third round, but he ran out
Yeah,
of gas.
that's all
But
it
who the
was.
fuck will put a damn 10-0 contender in there with a 28-0 contender?
Shit,
Come
he
on.
got that call. Shit, I think 'cause after that, Joe Lipsy ended up fighting B-Hop.
For the champion belt, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other dude, his other opponent got messed up. So they brought Derrick James up. You know, and I'm like Derrick James had a promising future. You
Yeah.
just don't throw that nigga in that ring with a nigga that's 28-0 with damn them knockouts and shit too. Like, damn. Like you just throwing a nigga to make him sink or swim. And see, that's why Derrick James be helping his fighters so much. Yeah, Bernard Gilbert, I've never seen that shit either. That nigga
Oh,
had Earl lumped up and cut up and bleeding. He made Earl not throw a jab no more. He made Earl not go in the high guard no more. Like he knocked Earl off balance with that damn shot. Like that was a damn motherfucking assault right there. That wasn't even a fight. That was fucking assault. Earl got
no.
assaulted.
The only reason why people ain't putting that jacket on Bud is because he a brother. You know what I'm saying?
AW144, salute King. Yeah, the truth always come out in the wash. Maybe not in this in the spin cycle, but I hope it maybe not in the rinse, but it might come out in the spin cycle. Damn it, because that shit right there, that shit was hard to watch. Prime Politics, salute. Me and Smoking Bud about to drop this link right here. Anybody want to hop up here on the panel and give your opinion? You know, it's an open bar right here. Everybody get to say what they want. But yeah, that shit right there, that shit can't happen in the rematch. It can't.
You gotta do their due diligence, man. Watch that motherfucker put his hands in the gloves. All that shit.
Hell yeah, because if not, like I said, Earl said he got an excuse, but he just not gonna say nothing. Opinionated boxing, Shalom Princess, peace and blessings.
That's why Derrick James is like, man, I may never get over it. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, BQ?
What up? Yo, can you hear me? Look,
Yeah.
what Bud did was revolutionary. What up?
What up? What do you do,
Listen,
bro?
what Bud did was revolutionary. Bud knocked Errol out, okay? He literally knocked him out. Errol got no hits on him. None. Maybe one or two max. Every single round, it was Bud taking the crown. Bud, left hook, right hook, block, left hook, right hook, block. There's no debating who was the better boxer during that match. We all know. We all saw it. We all understand who's the greatest boxer, who's 40-0, and who's 28-1. Bud. Bud is the greatest.
I mean,
Now, I think
Earl won the first round, but I think first off, if you're a fan of boxing, right? You watch boxing, right, brother?
yeah, I watch boxing.
What's it called? Your name, Barbecue?
Brandon.
Oh, okay. I see the BQ right there. I'm trying to figure. All right, Brandon. We all fans of boxing, right? So I like to watch boxing. I fucked with Bud since he beat Gamboa. I didn't like it when he did this bullshit negotiations, but when I seen Errol coming out, Earl looked as messed up before he even got in the ring. Like his shit was glazed over. Like if you watch the warm ups, if you watch the pregame warm ups, what's wrong, bro?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What was wrong? You talking about Earl? What did he
Yeah,
do?
like you see his eyes was glazed over. If you watch the pre warm ups, like when he was warming up, like he was off when he was hitting the mitts right there. That's why he sat back down. When he got to the ring, he was a shell of himself for real. And when he got in the
I
ring,
didn't see.
huh?
You say it like you can tell that before the fight happens that you can tell if somebody's going to lose or win. It's impossible unless you
Go back
look
and
at
look at
previous fights.
if you look at it and go look at previous fights, Earl before he gets to the ring, you can see he was a shell of himself. He couldn't even warm up correctly. He didn't warm up because something was wrong. If you watch a lot of us looked at it and didn't pay no attention to it. We thought, he'd be all right. See, in the Ugas fight, he was fucked up early, but he was able to push through because
Yeah,
Ugas is
he
not
basically killed Ugas. He killed
like
Ugas.
Ugas isn't the
He
same
killed
type
him.
of. Let me finish, bro. Ugas is not the same caliber of fighter as Terrence Crawford. See, Earl always said 50% of himself can beat 100% of these welterweights. And when you fighting a talent like Terrence Crawford, you can't come in that ring 50% of yourself. Because if you come in there 50% of yourself, you're going to get destroyed. And Earl, when he first got in the ring, I could tell like he was off. His balance was off. And if you notice, as soon as Terrence Crawford hit Earl, it was like Earl had to back away from them shots like something was going on because every time Terrence hit that man, he was busting up Earl and knocking him up. And Bud has never had that
No,
type
but
of power.
I see what you're saying. But no, but Earl gave it his all. Earl gave it his 100%.
Yeah,
But the problem with
it was
he gave 100% and he still couldn't do it. Here's the thing: you can give your 100% in a fight or in a boxing match, and you can still lose. The
that
odds,
wasn't his
if somebody's
100%.
a better fighter than you, they're gonna beat
He had less tools
you.
to
Like no
work
matter how
with at
hard you
that
try.
fight. No, this is what I'm saying. Earl knew he wasn't at 100%, but he gave 100% of the effort that he was able to give. The man didn't have no balance, bro. He couldn't even do his high guard. Earl couldn't do none of that. The man was slipping and sliding. Earl is usually the bigger fighter. His face was still drained. Bud is not as big as Earl. Earl usually come in the ring about 165, 170. He's a big guy. Everybody say when Earl's in the ring, he's like a middleweight. When he rehydrated, when you dehydrate, your brain is the last thing to dehydrate. Because you take your body's 80% water, 75 to 80% water. And why you keep laughing, bro? Like, what's funny what I'm saying, bro?
Okay, so what?
No, I'm saying what's funny what I'm saying, bro?
What was Earl's problem? Was that he didn't warm up correctly? Is that what you're saying?
That's
Because
not
I
what I'm
didn't see
saying,
that
bro.
part. I just
That's not what
saw.
I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you
That's
go
what it
look at
sounds.
Earl
That's what
if
it
you go
sounds.
look at Earl to the fights, Earl didn't come out the same. And I said when he warmed up, it wasn't correct. I said in the media day workout, he was off balance. That's why Derrick James hit him upside the head in the media day workout. I mean, you sit there laughing and giggling like you found some candy in your pocket or something, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
He just happy Earl. I mean, he just happy Bud.
yeah, like,
Man. That's all.
dude, like, you
No,
sit there laughing
I
like you
just don't
found some candy
agree.
and
I
shit.
don't agree with. Listen, I'm trying to explain it, but I don't agree with the fact that you think that Earl's warm ups are the reason that he lost.
He not
No,
saying that,
That's
bro.
not the
Earl
reason.
was not
He's
He
saying he
100%
lost
for
wasn't
because
that fight.
he
himself,
fought a
dude.
better fighter.
No, bro.
Earl was
Okay.
not 100% for that
Did
fight. That's
Avenesian
what I'm
put up a
saying.
better fight than
So you
Earl?
saying David Avenesian is a better fighter than Earl? Is that what you saying?
I'm saying Terrence Crawford is a better fighter than Earl.
That's not what we
No,
asked
I
you. Is
said
Spence, I'm saying
Avenesian
Terrence
better
Avenesian
than Earl?
is David Avenesian a better fighter than Earl?
I don't even know who that is.
The
That's the
guy
What are you
person
talking
Crawford
Terrence
last
about?
Crawford
fought.
fought
I don't.
last. That's the dude that Terrence
I didn't
Crawford
see that.
fought
I didn't
last.
see that fight.
Wow.
Okay, do you think
I
Amir
didn't see
Khan
it.
is
I
a
didn't
better?
watch it.
Is Amir Khan a better fighter than Earl?
No.
Okay, Kell Brook, is he a better fighter than Earl?
Possibly.
That's why Earl
I gotta look into the fighters.
Okay, Earl destroyed Kell Brook.
I gotta look into the fighters.
Okay, Earl destroyed Kell Brook and took his belt. So you mean to tell me all these other fighters that are not Bruce Gas and Jazz, salute King, Rachel Richardson, salute Princess. So you mean to tell me a lot of these fighters that are not on the same level as Earl did much better than Earl, and Earl didn't do but so good? This is what I'm saying. They did much better than Earl did. They did much better than Earl. They lasted longer. They hit more.
Earl was 28 and no, he was second in the division. So it was Terrence Crawford number one.
Earl was number one in the division with 3 belts. Earl number 2. Earl was number 1 with 3 belts in the division. It was Earl number 1 with 3 belts. Terrence Crawford was sitting there with his 1 belt. You feel what I'm saying? Earl beat the better competition. Earl is the one that sat there and beat on Floyd Mayweather. Terrence Crawford didn't beat on Floyd Mayweather. Hey, I'm gonna drop the link down. A couple of my guests probably want to come up here and talk to you. I'm gonna let them come up here and chat with you too.
But you can't tell me.
Hold on, with me,
Earl from
you
know.
Even for round 1, I said it, bro. I'm like, nah, man, something off, dog. I watch all the Earl fights from when he first fought Jonathan Garcia. Nah, man, that ain't the same, bro. Errol looked like he just got out the damn car accident. He looked worse than the Danny Garcia fight. Way worse. I understand you know, you give Crawford his credit, bro. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing away from Bud. 2-time undisputed, 3-time lineal, all that good stuff. But what I'm not finna do is act like that was the best version.
Here's the problem, though. Because Charlo is saying that he wants to fight Crawford now, and Jaron Ennis wants to fight Crawford as well. So they both are trying to fight him.
Charlo never said
Crawford's
that.
the number 1 pound for pound king.
You talk about
so what are you trying to say? I mean, he's gonna win. He's gonna beat them. He's gonna win. He's gonna get 2 more wins in a row.
Charlo's gonna fight Canelo, bro. So that fight ain't happening.
Charlo's fighting Canelo. So are you talking about
Terrence Crawford already said he's not gonna fight Canelo.
Dude, you're not listening.
He said he's not gonna fight Canelo.
September 30th, dude. See, you don't even watch boxing. You just see a black guy lose,
He
right?
came up here to
Is that
troll.
what it is?
No, I
because hold on.
Crawford.
You know what I just noticed? You don't even know who Terrence Crawford fought before Errol Spence. I just noticed that you don't even know who he fought before Errol Spence. You don't even really. You can't even name 5.
I do know it. Listen,
I asked you about David Evans.
Listen, I do know it, but I didn't watch the whole fight. I watched every single fight.
You said you didn't watch. You don't know who David Evanesian is. How many Bud pay-per-views have you bought? You haven't bought.
Why does that matter? We're talking about their fights right now.
Because if you're a fan,
you're
a
Bud Crawford fan. You're not a Bud Crawford fan. You just don't like Spence. That's what it is. You can't even tell me which pay-per-view.
No, I was a fan. I was a fan of Spence, and now I switched fans. Now I'm a fan of Crawford.
No, you was a fan of Kell Brook. That's why you say he's a better fighter.
That's what happened.
So what you're saying is Errol Spence, he loses a fight, so you dump him and go to the next fighter.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I just want to see good fights happen. That's all I want. I just want to see it happen. I'm not gonna be.
I think
Crawford should win, or I think Spence should win. I don't care.
This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. So if you go for a fighter, and if a fighter doesn't do well, you just throw him out to the trash and don't rock with him no more? Is that what you're saying?
No, I told you I defended Spence when he lost. When Stephen A. Smith said that he should retire, I defended Spence and I said he should not retire.
But
don't listen to Stephen A. Smith. He's not a good.
You're laughing at Spence, but you sitting there saying that he should.
I'm not laughing at Spence.
Bro, you've been sitting here giggling the whole day.
I'm not laughing at him. Okay, well, I can't. What are you talking about? I can't laugh.
I'm just saying you sitting here laughing.
What are you talking about?
Like,
you saying because I'm laughing, my argument's invalid?
No, I'm just saying you laughing and giggling.
You saying my argument's invalid?
Hey, I got the links pinned at the top of the chat. People, anybody want to hop up?
Yeah,
but this is what I'm sitting there saying. Like, this is why boxers don't make them type of fights, because fans be so quick to throw boxers out to the wolves. Back in the day, because I can tell you're not a boxing aficionado, like you just started watching every now and then. But in the days, Fighters fought the best fights. And if you lose a fight, that only makes you better. It's called iron sharpening iron. When Holyfield and Riddick Bowe fought, Riddick Bowe beat the shit out of Holyfield. Holyfield came back in a rematch and beat the shit out of Bowe. Then Bowe came back in the third fight and beat the shit out of Holyfield because they learned from their mistakes. It makes themselves better. Jamel Charlo lost to Tony Harrison, came back, knocked the nigga the fuck out. He lost to Brian Castano, came and they gave him a draw. He came back, knocked Brian Castano out. Fighters get better each fight. They learn from their mistakes. Errol Spence was weight drained at. Let me finish. Errol Spence was weight drained at 147. Most fighters have moved. See, that's what I'm saying. You giggling when I'm saying something. Look,
I'm listening.
Most fighters have moved up in weight 2 or 3 times. Errol has been stuck at 147 for over 10 years, bro. His whole career. He started at 152. His body, bro. Are you on the spectrum, bro? Are you on the spectrum?
Am I on a what?
Are you on the spectrum? I mean, I don't want to pick
No,
it
no,
you
whatever
on the
that
spectrum.
is.
Are you on the spectrum, bro? Like, cause are you autistic?
What's spectrum? No, I'm not. I'm not autistic.
You damn sure act like my damn autistic cousin, dude. For real. Like, yeah, PBH big dog. I don't know. Like, well, bro, this is what I'm saying. Fighters fight the fight.
I can't talk boxing my way. I have to talk boxing your way for it to make sense.
No, it's not my way, bro. I told you got your own opinion. You just keep laughing.
Okay, but every time I laugh, you go. Every time I laugh, you go. You should stop laughing.
No, I'm just
I thought
saying,
this was open conversation.
I'm talking something serious, and you sitting here laughing and giggling. I'm trying to figure out what's the funny part. I like to laugh too. So if it's something, funny, if it's something funny, share with me so I can laugh too. Is this a sports bar?
What's the serious part? Share with me. What's the serious part?
No,
where's the serious? Is there any serious part?
I mean, because I'm making a point, and you sitting there laughing. I want to laugh too. Shit, I like a good joke. Let me in on
you want to laugh? You want to laugh?
Yeah,
how about the fact that Spence got knocked out? I'm not saying it's funny, but I'm saying that from a audience point of view, that's something you can laugh at. You don't have to be like, oh, he got knocked out. So sad, man. It's depressing. So lighten up.
Why you didn't laugh when Stephen A said he should retire? Then why did you defend him if you wanted to laugh?
Hold on. So you say you laugh at a man getting knocked out, right?
No, I enjoyed smoking bud. I enjoyed the fight. That's what I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at the fighter.
Okay,
I'm just laughing at the whole fact that they fought.
So if I say
and what happened,
you look like a busted condom, is that funny? Like if I say you look like a busted
I mean, yeah. That's kind of, you see, I look like a condom.
You look like a busted condom, bro. Like you look like a fucking busted.
That's
condom.
funny to me.
But yeah,
I don't.
Shut up, bitch. Bro, that nigga act like he was motherfucking on the spectrum or something, dude.
Man, what the hell is wrong with that dude?
Bro, I don't know, bro. Like
came up giggling like a motherfucker. I was a Spence fan, man. I defended him, man.
Yeah, like bro, he's sitting there laughing and giggling like he got candy in his pocket and shit, dog. Like he just like a fat kid that just found candy and shit, dude. Like what the fuck?
He ain't come to talk no boxing. He came to troll.
Bro, this nigga don't even know shit about Terrence Crawford. Like I say, I give shout outs and respect to all the Terrence Crawford fans out there, you know. But this nigga don't even know who Terrence Crawford fought.
That's a buttercup.
You don't even know the damn pay-per-views and shit. Like, dude, I try to give everybody their opinion. I try not to damn, you know, this is sports, bro. I try to let everybody have their own opinion. I tried to be sensible with the man, but I don't know what the fuck, dog. Like, that man look like somebody that I wouldn't let that nigga walk my dog with a muzzle on, bro.
Yeah, he definitely giving off pedophile.
Bro, exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Rachel Richardson, I was thinking the same thing, bro. Like, I wouldn't let that nigga walk my dog with a muzzle. That nigga, he was definitely giving out them damn vibes right there. That's why I'm like, dude. Like, he looked like some Jeffrey Dahmer or snatching kids at the park type vibes, bro. Like, for real. And
that dude full of shit.
And then he get this, I sit there and say, well, what's funny? He's talking about Errol Spence getting knocked out. So I say, a person getting knocked out, that's something to laugh at? Like, dude, like, Boy. All things you can't even put that on Bud fans because that nigga didn't even know shit about Bud.
Yeah, he wasn't no
He didn't
Bud
even
fan.
know who Bud fought last. You heard what he said. He was a Spence fan till Spence lost. See, that's how they do our people, bro. Like, as long as we
Yeah.
win, it's all good. They act like they with us while we winning, but as soon as we lose, they let their true colors come out. Like, yeah, like they be sitting there waiting for your downfall, bro. And he right there was a point intact. Like, he shows you exactly how people do. They sit there and they wait on your downfall. They act like they with you, and they act like they fuck with you. What's up, Rick Timms? They act like they mess with you. As soon as you fail, they ready to laugh. And like I said, he's not a Bud fan. Like I said, I've done bought all the Bud's pay-per-views. This man couldn't even tell me who Bud fought last. And then he talking about he was a Spence fan until Bud destroyed him. Like, that shit crazy as hell, bro. Like, dude.
What?
Detroit, BC, salute, King.
What's happening? What's happening, fellas? Man, I
What's
was so
going
happy.
on?
So happy you kicked that goofy motherfucker the fuck off, man.
I thought y'all might want to say something to him. That's why I left it up for so long.
I said, man, you trying to reason with a motherfucker that's clearly on bullshit.
I mean, you know, I try to give everybody a chance. I try to respect everybody's opinion over here. You know, I got people like Rick Timms that are Bud Crawford fans, and my man Tim and all them. Chillville, Tim, Incel, they fuck with Bud. You know, I respect that. And I got y'all that fuck with Spence, and I respect that too. You know, we boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? We like to see good fights. We like to see fighters fight at their best. Now, people like that, I try to give them a chance, but they just showed me that this goofy motherfucker was just a troll, bro. And he just kept laughing and giggling everything I said. Like, bro, I've never seen somebody like that, bro. Like, that shit was weird as hell. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? Like I said, if I said something funny, let me know so I can laugh too. Shit. Like, don't keep the joke to yourself. Shit.
You wasn't gonna never catch the joke. He was the joke.
Yeah. And like I told him, Robert Hill, salute, King. Salute. And that's what I told him. I said, now, if I start picking on you like you look like a busted condom, I'll be wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah, fuck the heck, man. Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah, back to the topic at hand, man. I'm sorry, people in the chat, that y'all had to go through that, but I was giving y'all a chance to get up here and get a hold to his ass. I guess y'all did. PS Sports, salute. I guess y'all didn't want to get him, but hey, let me hear something, Detroit.
I say it's such a delicate and sensitive motherfucking matter, you know. Motherfuckers that lost a lot of bread. This motherfuckers' feelings was hurt. You dig? Motherfuckers got their feelings hurt. Bud beat the shit out of him. I lost a dinner roll on him. You understand?
I lost a car on that nigga, dog.
Yeah, I'm still mad about it. I don't know what the nigga had in his gloves, but that night he looked like a superstar. He put on a perfect performance. Little black motherfucker. He didn't have to do it the night I put all my bread on him, but this is what happened.
PS Sports.
Shit.
Yeah, man. He did that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I hope.
Hey, salute, Pierre.
Oh, BF in here?
Yeah, Pierre just came up here.
What up? How y'all doing?
What's going on, King?
Chilling, man. Chilling. This shit is crazy, dude. Y'all saw that voice message Errol's fan sent to him?
Nah, tell us about it.
Nah, dude was basically like, I don't know, he was in his feelings, but I think he was doing a little too much. Shit was just funny, dude. But he was just saying like, we're gonna get it back in blood and shit like that.
When was this?
Oh, you talking about Hill Real?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was Hill Real, bro. That was Hill Real. He's talking about I come down there and get in the ring with you and train. Yeah, that's my man Hill Real, man.
Who is that? Fill me in on him.
The rapper Hill Real from Dipset.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Dude that played in Killer Season?
Shit. I don't know.
Killer Season.
I know he was Hill Real. He had the album for the hell of it.
Oh yeah. Now I know what that
He
is.
was Mr. Ruger, the shooter, the duct tape your mom and shooter.
Oh shit. Yeah, I didn't even know, man.
I'm hell real, Mr. Ruger, the shooter, duct tape your mom, your girlfriend, something like that. I can't remember all that.
Damn.
Yeah, that whole boy, that was Ruger real. But see, I'm glad we got these other Spence fans that's jumping ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man said he was a Spence fan until Bud put on a masterclass clinic. And yes, Bud did his thing. Bud painted the picture that he was supposed to.
Yep.
Because if you get in the ring with me, I'm gonna motherfucking tighten you up. I don't care if you're 100% or not. But see, Bud, he gained my respect as well, though. Because Bud could have damn destroyed Earl. You feel me? If Bud really wanted to, Bud could have damn did Earl real breezy. Bud sat there and told Earl, he said, yo, Earl, get yourself together, man. And right then I was like, man, Bud a real nigga, dog.
He a real one. And not after I watched
you can't help but to respect. I mean, I know he mad that he beat Spence, but you can't help but to respect that nigga, dog. Because he sat there and told her, he's like, man, get yourself together. In the 6th round, he told him, get yourself together, man. Because he seen Earl falling all over the place.
I'm telling you, people are not. Look, I'm not one to make excuses, right? We all knew there was something wrong with Earl, right? But I tell you who else knew. Terrence Crawford knew that shit. He almost gave it up in the interview with Hot 97 when he almost slipped up and said, why should anyone waste $84 again for a rematch to watch a rematch with y'all? He said, well, I feel like, he said, nah, I think Earl will go back to the drawing boards. He already knew. He been seeing the videos as well. He knew that wasn't Earl. But that's not the excuse we're gonna make, But
we ain't gonna take nothing away from nobody.
Hell no. I salute Crawford, dude.
The Bud fans, they've been taking our shit for too long. We ain't gonna deny them their moment.
Hell no.
But guess what? December, all that shit's null and void.
Hey, upper echelon.
Yeah, okay.
Is it locked in? Is it official?
I mean, they said it, but they just gotta put ink to paper. But for all intents and purposes, it is.
Okay. So it's still laying down over here, you did. And I will not bet as much, but I will put a little something on it in hopes of getting back what I lost.
Real.
Hey, look, we won't have to put as much on there because the damn line gonna be so wide this time. $1,000 might win you 100.
Dog, I was so mad. I was listening to you. You know, I jump in. I be bouncing around everybody's room, showing love and shit. I'm listening to you, and when you said that shit the day that it was 5,600 or 5,500, I said, damn, nigga, you was the reason because I had never bet on a fight before. I done downloaded the apps and shit, and I'm looking at it trying to figure out how to work this shit. And I said, damn, 5,600. Shit, I got to rock with it.
Hell, the first 3 rounds was paying 10,000 to 1. You feel me?
I know.
That's why I was sitting there like, damn. And I had analyzed all Earl's fights. I had went through all that shit, bro. And like, I didn't account for Earl not being Earl. That whole boy.
What's good with you, bro? What's up
Shit,
with
I
the
can't
panel,
call it,
man?
man.
What up, though?
Salute to the chat, man. What's going on? You know, I don't really do this too much up, but I had to put my little 2 cents in on this Bud fight, bro.
Okay,
Now, yeah,
we
EJ
all
was a
put
little
that 2 cents. We got a dime up this motherfucker. You feel me?
straight up. Now, what I found out because I was doing a little investigating my damn self. Bud used the same damn gloves Madonna used against Broner, which are horsehair gloves, which is no padding in the motherfuckers at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now I seen it. Yeah, the MDX Everlast gloves.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you
and
everybody didn't forget that. They didn't point that out. Those are horsehair gloves. They similar to the Reds.
Yeah, they are horsehair gloves. Hell yeah.
I will say that Earl had them on too.
Earl had
I
them on.
don't know. I don't think he had the MDX
I know for a fact,
pair
bro.
on.
If you go to his photographer page on Instagram, it say MX on his gloves. They both were MX gloves.
Okay. All right. I get it, and I don't like that Bud partnered up with the snack program neither. I don't like that neither. That's a little shady in my personal opinion.
Bud been with Snack for years though, bro.
Nah, man, he got with them when he fought Porter. He got with
Yeah.
them when he fought Porter, bro. That
Yeah,
ain't
that's a
been
couple
years
years,
now.
bro. That's like
About
3 years, bro.
a year and a half, 2 years. But still,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just that whole fight just looks sus to me, bro. That neither one of them look the same.
Hey,
When the
Rick,
fuck
hop up.
have Bud
Hold on a
ever had
second.
one punch on my fault?
Rick, hop up on the panel, Rick. Come up here and defend your boy. Now go ahead, bro.
Yeah, get on up here. When have Bud ever had one punch knockout power or busted a opponent's face up like that
I mean,
on
he
some real
busted up
shit? And
Avenesian. He busted
man,
Avenesian, but the glove busted though.
Yeah, I want to hear Rick Tim's comments on that since he laughing. I want to hear about that Avenesian pair of
Oh,
gloves that
Rick
Crawford
don't
wore.
duck no smoke now. Rick Tills
Yeah.
would not duck no smoke.
Come on up, Rick.
yeah, he
Come
be
on
with
up,
the
Rick.
shit. Yeah, he be with the shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this. My biggest thing was the weight drain. Because I looked at Earl's face and his face was still small and he was the smaller fighter. And when I seen that Earl was the smaller fighter, I said, damn, that was his biggest advantage right there. It was his durability and his size. And that shit was
Mm-hmm.
gone.
Now I got a question for y'all gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
Because this is rumors, and I don't know for sure if it's true or not, but it's rumored that Bud literally did miss that weight that was doing weigh in.
No, he
The
did.
first weigh-in.
He missed the first one.
The
Yeah.
first
He
one.
missed the first one.
Mm-hmm.
He was at 148.5.
Mm-hmm.
And Earl
That's
asked,
where he came. My fault.
"Nah, you good, bro? My bad."
Yeah, when he came to when he walked in that ring and took his shit off, I was like, damn, that boy looked like he like 160, 165 easy. I'm like, God damn, the rehydration was real.
Hey,
But it was a big guy, man.
that dude got a turtle back and all now, swole as hell.
Bud was a big boy.
For real,
Said turtle back.
Shredded.
dude, swole as hell.
Yeah,
My
but see, I
fault.
told y'all before.
God damn.
Bud done packed up muscle. Everybody didn't listen to me. I said, Bud. Remember, I told everybody, I said, Bud, his shoulders and back look brolic as hell under that shirt. I told
Yeah,
everybody
man.
that
Yeah,
Bud was
he
big.
got big. Now, one thing I do give him credit. Well, I give him credit for several things, but his catch and shoot game during that fight was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man,
His
that
catch and shoot
motherfucker,
was crazy.
his
It was
catch and shoot.
magical.
Hey, his catch, shoot, and step back game, bro. Because Bud was
Man,
catching
that shit was
his stepping
vicious.
back,
I
bro.
was like, damn.
Because you know he got that
Oh,
low grip.
damn.
And when he stepped back, boy, he will pow. I said, shit.
It
Hey,
wasn't really.
Man,
It was a half a step in the ring, and then he just wow.
It
He
looked
put
like the
all his weight
Felix
behind that
Diaz
jab.
fight. That's exactly
but
what it
Shit
Earl,
was
did.
he kept putting
crazy.
his head right there, bro. I'm like, Earl, why you keep putting your head right there to get smacked on, bro? Like, he
hey,
just kept hitting his head on that platter to get hit. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Old habits die hard. He always did that. Almost all his fights, he did that. He need to cut that shit out.
hey, I got something. I got something
But
to say. Look, so when I did my analysis, right, I said this shit before the fight. I said Earl is always open for Terrence Crawford's 2-1. He dropped that guard. He dropped that right hand every time he dipping out of throwing punches. And I said it. Crawford made his ass pay for it. Even as an Earl Spence fan,
yeah, he did.
he made him.
Yeah,
And
he did.
if it weren't for that 2-1, Earl, the fight would have went a different way. That first knockdown, it fucked him up. Dude, you
Now, I'm
got
going to tell you what changed the whole outlook of the fight. See,
yeah.
before this fight, Bud had a little paw and jab. Like, he didn't really have a jab. Because, like I said, he was athletic. So Bud is like Roy Jones if Roy Jones would have developed a jab. You feel what I'm saying? Roy Jones is one of the greatest athletes to ever lace up a damn pair of gloves. But Roy Jones was not fundamentally sound. Bud is a hell of an athlete. Like I said before, if Bud would have been with PBC and he would have moved up to the ranks, I said he would have been an all-time great. If y'all look at my videos, I said that. But I said he didn't
Yeah.
have the fights to push him to become that way because he hasn't broke through his ceiling. But he broke through his ceiling on EJ. Like he broke through that ceiling. Like he pushed himself. So the fights that he did fight, he took a little bit from them fights right there and made himself better. But they gave Bud the one thing that he was missing from his game, and that was a powerful jab. Bud ain't never had a powerful jab. He always had a pawing jab that blinded you. So they just took an athletic fighter and gave him athletics. They gave him fundamentals. They gave Bud a motherfucking jab, and that's what his game has been missing all these years. Like if he had that jab, Kell Brook wouldn't have been able to knock his eye up like that. If he had that jab, he would have put a lot of people down a lot faster because he's jabbing with his strong hand, which makes it a straight right,
Exactly.
and that's a power shot. So, like I
Hell
said,
yeah.
they took Bud, an athletic fighter, and gave him fundamentals. Like if you'd have gave Roy Jones some fundamentals, all time great. And he was an all time great until, he cut weight from heavyweight. But he still didn't have no athleticism. See, when your athleticism gone, all you can rely on is fundamentals. And your power is the last thing to go. Bud developed fundamentals this training camp. And they say he worked on the jab the whole time. And that jab was popping.
You
It
could
was popping
tell
Earl
that
ass.
that motherfucking jab was crazy. I was like,
It
damn.
was a jab hybrid. It was a straight right jab. That's what it was. And I told everybody before, I say Southpaw's kryptonite is a straight right. Bud took it a step further. He turned his jab into a straight right. And if you look at a southpaw, that right hand is right there to a southpaw to tear his ass up. But
Yep.
most orthodox fighters are their power hand, their right hand is behind them, and they got the left hand up front. But Bud,
Mm-hmm.
he cheated the game. He got a cheat code. He got his shit up
Mm-hmm.
front, where his shit can get to you before your weak hand can get to him. That's why he was able to beat Errol off the mark, because Earl's firing off his least dominant hand while Bud is firing his dominant hand, and Bud was already quick. So you add that with the fact that he's throwing with his power hand. Earl couldn't win that fight right there with the jabs.
And another credit to Bud's repertoire, he definitely put into that half Philly shell that he was holding up to protect his body from that body attack. And
Yep.
Errol should have threw that looping motherfucking hook to the rib cage instead of trying to come straight with that jab. But that's neither here nor there. But he definitely was prepared for this fight. He
Salute to
definitely
Rick
was. I give
Tibbs.
him
He up
credit for that.
here. Rick up here to
Yo,
defend
what's
his boy,
going on with
fellas.
you, Rick?
Hey man, can y'all hear me clearly? I got this Bluetooth working.
Oh
We
shit.
hear you loud and
Yeah,
clear.
we hear you.
Loud and clear.
Hey man, damn, that's crazy. Upper, I was typing when you like hit the link. I was typing when Buddy mentioned Bud over there doing the snack program, and what I was about to type, I erased it. I said I just said on the panel, and what I was about to say is Devin Haney been with Snack forever. And Dev then went 79 rounds in a row without knocking down a motherfucker. He ain't had no knockout since 2019. He pushing 4 years.
We talking two different fighters, bro. There's no comparison. Get the fuck. That type. Nah, but look though, he might not have been knocking out nobody, but he busted Cambosa's shit up all good, especially that second fight.
Yeah, but
I
my
don't think he got
point
no
is,
power down there though, bro.
Dev don't get criticism being over there with Snack, but Bud will. You know, any little thing Bud do or say is gonna be marginalized, and that's why I want Earl to make a super full recovery. You know, pass all his tests. You know, come back 110% if that's possible by December. And they can run it back at 154. You know, we can just erase all doubt.
Yeah.
Let's get them both back in. Get them both back in.
I just found out they didn't have VADA testing, Rick. What you think about that?
I was about to ask that too. Mm-hmm.
Well, that goes for both fighters.
As much as they always accuse Earl of being on the juice, why would they not have VADA testing, Rick? I'm just wondering. I just found this out the other day.
I did. I have no clue. I'm not one of the folk that shoot slugs at Earl. You know, I always give Earl his props. You know, Earl is a real one. He's very likable. I like him a lot. I just like Bud a little bit more. You know, and all the loaded gloves, the stack wraps, the dehydration, the looking weight drain, the looking funny, the neurological issues. we just need to just run it back with Earl looking super coherent, Bud still on his normal note, and let him run it back, dog. And let's see it happen again, because I picked Bud to win the rematch, of course, but I do want to see Earl at full blast. I mean, I have no problem with that. Hell, I want to see Bud against Boots. He can even go at Thurman, 154, whoever. You know, I don't hold Bud's hand. I want all the smoke for Bud.
Yeah, you gotta respect that right there.
I got a sincere question for you though, bro.
But hold on, before you answer that question, bro. Us as Errol Spence fans, we also got to look at this right here, right? What if Errol can't get 110% better? What if it's really his neurological, like the doctor say, and he's been, because I mean, we've seen him deteriorate in the Ugas fight. It took him a while to catch on, remember? And we all attributed that to ring rust and everything. What if that damn accident really did fuck with his mental a lot? Like, you know, like Parkinson's fucked with Muhammad Ali. You see, each fight he got worse. And taking shots to the head. Look, taking shots to the head, that's not good. It's blunt force trauma. How you take shots to the head, not just in fights, but in sparring, all that. That all takes a toll on your brain, bro.
Shit, man, Earl took more shots to the head last Saturday night more than in that car wreck. I mean, he got battered.
That car wreck, though, he went 100 miles an hour through a windshield, though, bro. That dude, what ain't hit like 100 miles an hour through a windshield?
The percentage Bud landed at, man, was devastating. I mean, over 40% of his jabs landed, over 60, the high 60s of his power punches landed, over 9 rounds. That's massive, massive abuse. And hey, if he can't come back 110%, I don't want to see the rematch. I don't. If Earl can't get back in the ring and be the old Earl before Danny, before Ugas, the Earl that faced Sean Porter, Peterson too. Hey, I don't want to see
Porter. The Earl that fought Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter, they didn't have no strength and conditioning Earl. The last Earl strength and conditioning fight was Ocampo. And after that, he started blowing up in weight for the Sean Porter and Mikey Garcia fights. He had to lose like 50 pounds, both weight camps. Then he had the damn accident. So fought Danny Garcia after the accident. If you see in the Ugas fight, the first couple rounds, Earl was fucked up. He had to damn snap out of it. Like he said this fight, he said he couldn't kick it in another gear. He tried, but he couldn't.
Hey, this motherfucker Rick Tibbs, he is so motherfucking funny, and he ain't even trying to be. He dead serious.
Hey, you the one that had the question for me? Somebody had a sincere question for me.
No, man, I'm just I'm laughing like a motherfucker in the background. Go ahead.
Now, Up basically alluded to what I was going to ask, because I was going to ask you, did that look like the Errol that we know and seen in action before when he fought Bud? But you kind of already answered it, so I ain't have to ask it.
Oh, all right.
Nah, Rick, let me ask you a question, though. I mean, you an honest dude. I always rock with you. You know, I rock with you even though, you know, you're a Bud fan. But honestly, does that look like the Earl we used to seeing? Just your honest assessment. Like, just honest assessment.
It looked like, look, before the first bell rung, Earl hit the ring. He had a nice little sweat on him, and Bud was completely dry. And Earl practically won the first round. It was the normal Earl that first round. Once he got dropped in that second round, it was all downhill. And no, it didn't look like the normal Earl, but that's after facing adversity. I mean, at some point, you got to give Bud some kind of props for thwarting Earl's offense and his defense. You got to give some credit to your opponent, but hey, man, Errol didn't look 1,000%. You know, I will admit that, no doubt. After the first round, because if he could win a round, if he win that first round, shit. The majority of the folk thought maybe this was gonna be another typical Earl night where he just be that wrecking ball and overwhelm his opponent, just constantly with the punch output, beating down the body, slowing down your work rate, making you keep your hands home.
I didn't see the first round.
That's what happened.
I didn't see that in the first round. When I seen the first round, I seen he was throwing the jab and he wasn't even that accurate with the jab. And I seen him trying to force it. I seen him trying to force the jab, like with the 3 jabs and everything. I seen him trying to force, and I seen him throwing a weak body shot. I seen all that right there. I seen that he wasn't the same. He wasn't even accurate at the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? And if you look halfway through the first round, he almost loses his balance in that round. But I'm not taking nothing away from Bud, because if you get in that ring, I don't give a damn if your kidney bleeding. If you get in that ring, it's no excuse. Gary Russell got in the ring with a broke shoulder. He has no excuse. You shouldn't have got in there. Once you get in that ring, you sign up for everything that happens in that ring. And he did. And Earl said, I ain't got no excuse. I can give you one, but I'm not. So if Earl not giving us an excuse, we can't make no excuse. I'm just saying, I just hope he gets his shit together before that next fight.
Yeah, I got a
too.
question. So, given the fact the way he lost, right? What do y'all suggest that Errol Spence change in this camp if he do decide to take the rematch with Crawford?
If he was wise, because whatever they've been doing or whatever they did this camp wasn't the answer. Not against a focused, laser sharp Bud who really put in a hellified 90 days that Bomac mentioned, how him and his whole staff, they all sacrificed, they all was away from home. Nobody had been home in 3 months. I mean, they really, really worked hard. And before the weigh-ins and before the ring walk, Bomac fully expected it to be an easy night. He told Running Shields told me this past Monday that Bomac was like, man, y'all gonna be surprised how easy this gonna be. That's before Earl looked funny. So, hey, in football and in different job sites I done been on, the 5 P's add up. Prior preparation,
piss poor performance.
Hey man, you win the fight before the fight. How much work you put in? And Bud apparently put in some hellified work, because he came in to fight the bully, and he started that first round off with that power right jab, like, hey man, this what tonight gonna be about. And hey, Errol wasn't able to just run Shaq over him like he do everybody else.
In my opinion on this, I feel like Earl was prepared to fight. He wasn't prepared to fight Terence Crawford though. He went in fighting Terence Crawford as if he was fighting Ugas or Danny Garcia, and that's where he went wrong at, man. I think that I think Derrick James need to broaden his fucking training and get some other guys in there. They need some more eyes. Look at Buzzcamp. He got a full fucking staff.
Plus, Earl was a smaller fighter too. Earl used to be in the bigger fighter. Terrence was bigger and stronger than Earl that fight. Like, it's like Earl was only 5 pounds bigger than he was after the weigh-in.
That ain't Bud fault.
I think they need to change it. I think Earl maybe need to be open to new tricks. I don't think he's a one-trick pony. I think they need to open, see what he can do, because he got to make adjustments to beat a guy like Terence Crawford.
First, they need to roll to the right, Bud's left, and stop going into his power.
Facts.
And I was like, why he keep rolling over to the left, Bud's power? He needs to roll to Bud's left, his right. Because you right there for his power shot each time. And he was ducking his head into it. I'm like, damn.
Hey, his bad habits, man. He been able to get away with it. His bad habits he been making. Nobody else made him pay for it because they weren't the caliber fighter that Terence Crawford was. They wasn't as fast as Terence Crawford, man. He made them pay for them simple fucking mistakes he kept making in the past fights, dude. I'm telling you, he got to switch his style up. He got to get that. He used to fight with a high guard. What happened to that? Them hands was down, man. Them hands was down. That's why he kept getting caught.
Yeah, good point.
Could crack. He didn't think Bud could crack. And this is an Errol Spence fan, man. That dude, from what I seen, Derrick James underestimated Terrence Crawford. That's my opinion.
Derrick James don't watch film on people, and that's his problem. That's why I said they got a little arrogance in the Earl
What?
camp.
He don't watch.
You took the word off. I just was about to mention arrogance. The arrogance of Earl. I don't take tune-ups. I'm just
the
finna.
arrogance of
I'm just
Earl
finna.
and Bomac. Like you can't sit there and go. You can't go 16 months without fighting an elite fighter. But Earl, like he said, 50% of me is better than 100% of fighters. Dude, that shit was wrong. That was wrong. 50% of you was not better. And you need to start taking tune-ups. Like, dude, you can't just sit out and think you can go in there
Like
and be a top-level fighter. It's not gonna happen.
I mentioned on Fanon show earlier this morning how when Bud pulled that bullshit ass David Avila fight back in December, Earl could have got him a soft touch in between December and July 29th. He didn't have to just keep being bullheaded. I don't take tune-ups. They offered him to keep Thurman fight at 154. He still could have kept fighting. He could have took Thurman, or he could have took him a 7-ranked opponent.
Well,
just to stay big.
He could have took Thurman, and that would have gave him some. It would have gave him a good tune-up, a good sharp. Would have sharpened him up.
Would have.
Because Thurman can move.
But that's the best in him. Since Thurman shitted on him when he was trying to fight, he was like, "Man, I'm not fighting you. I'm not gonna give you a shot at my titles," and then he still wouldn't even fight him at 154.
Hey, so question: have done that though? Should Earl have taken a tune-up and went up to 154 without losing his belts?
They was letting him do it. Earl is the money man, bro. They not gonna look. The sanctioning bodies is not gonna take away from the motherfucker bringing in the belts. I mean, bringing in the cash. Ain't nobody else at 147 bringing in the money that Earl is. So they not going to damn do it. You see the WBC Mauricio Sulaiman said he could take his mandatory Keith Thurman at 154. Salute Big Dose. The link there if you want to, brother.
He should have did that shit, man. I think Earl was his own worst enemy, man. All that I don't take.
Earl felt like Keith Thurman shitted on him and didn't give him a shot when he kept trying to unify with him. So he said he ain't gonna let Keith Thurman make a bag with him, which is bullshit because he would have made a nice sized bag with Thurman because Thurman he did over 500 with Manny Pacquiao. Earl would have did at least 400 in Dallas with that man, dog. Like. Matter of fact, maybe even 500 because people been wanting to see Earl versus Keith. That would have been a blockbuster fight, and it would have had him on sharp. And he would have been sharp because he would have had a good lateral movement fighter that got power in both hands.
Yes, sir.
Keith Thurman would have made Earl add some more dimensions to himself. But Earl didn't want to let that man get a check. And that's why I say him and his camp is arrogant. Like, they feel like they the big fish, like they always say. And they feel like he said, everybody got to holler at me for it. But look, bro, after pride comes destruction. After pride comes destruction. And they found that shit out.
Let's throw in this. How you mentioned that arrogance was after Sean Porter, a month later, he had that wreck. He went 16 months, and then he beat Danny. Then he had the eye injury. Another 15 months went by. Then he slaughtered Ugas. So maybe that arrogance, man, shit. I can go 16 months and still bust a motherfucker up. Then another 15, and I break motherfucking eye sockets, orbital bones. Shit, what I need to tune up for? Shit, y'all see what I can do when I don't take tune-ups. I can be out a year and a half almost. And it caught up with him, man. You can't do that against a super elite counter puncher with power like this Bud guy, man.
That's why Bud took a tune-up fight, because Bud knew he had been out the ring for over a year. And Bud was I'm not about to get in the ring with that man after he just did Ugas like that.
They saluted that shit. They Bernie the boxer, he said they was even saying, man, we need to get Earl tested, saying how he fucked Ugas up like that. That lets you know, man, they watch a film on this dude. And I didn't know Derrick James.
Salute to my guy, People's Choice, and Big Dose. The link there if you want to hop up there. I'm gonna tell you like this: they've been sizing up Earl for 5 years now. When they had that first meeting, if you notice, Bud felt on Earl's arms and his stomach. He was like, "Damn, you big." And he was talking about all that shit right there. But in his mind, Bud was playing chess. He knew what he had to do. He knew he had a goal in mind. He knew what size he had to get to, and he knew what he had to do to get on Earl level. And he's been doing that for the last 5 years. But Earl and them ain't been paying attention. That's why Bud fought the fights that he did. People that Earl done fought, you know, testing his skills up against them shits like that, even though they was past their prime. But that's what he was doing. He was going after the same people Earl did, you know, so he can get the experience that Earl was getting, at least some of the experience. That's what he was doing, and people weren't paying attention to that.
That's a good point.
Errol. All right, my bad. You can go, man.
No. I was saying that was a good point. That's all.
Yeah, and then another element you throwing out, you like that. You ain't fought nobody. So shit, what I need to prepare a lot for you. I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna break your will. Earl got the smelling his piss, man. He started smelling his piss, and he started feeling a little invincible. Man, I had that car wreck. I had no broken bones. Hell, he even tweeted after the car wreck, no broken bones. I'm a savage. And he got criticized for it, and he had to delete that tweet. So he got the smelling his piss a little too long, and he got humble. No other way to put it.
Hey,
shout out to my guy Big in there, boxing TV in the building. Salute.
Hey, you right. I gotta give it to you, man. I say, honestly, I'm glad that Earl took this loss. Based on everything y'all said, I did not know that Derrick James did not study his opponents, which is stupid as hell to me. Because it's like, come on, boy, y'all kidding me?
Because they feel like the best way to do it is to get yourself right. If you get yourself right, then your opponent has no holes. I mean, no holes to exploit. So that's the philosophy he goes on, like fixing all the holes within yourself.
Nah, man. And it seemed like they wasn't prepared to fight Terrence Crawford. They were just ready to fight a normal fight. That's what they fucked up at. I would never do it like that, man. Come on, dude. Why would you underestimate? Come on, man.
People's choice. Hey, people's choice. Hey, like I said, boy, every time Bud hit Errol, boy, Errol act like that motherfucker was getting shot. I was like, what the fuck? Like, honestly.
That shit was hurt.
Every high school game, every college football game I played in, the week leading up to the I got a call. The league leading up to the game, we always got scouting reports. And you would be foolish not to study the scouting report of your upcoming opponent. I mean, you can be arrogant, you can be used to winning, you can be used to dominating, but somebody gonna come in fully prepared and they gonna play harder than you. And you're gonna get embarrassed, or you might lose on a Hail Mary pass. You might lose from a 50-foot buzzer beater from half court. Man, you gotta respect your opponent, man. No other way around it.
Hey, you got a damn good point. I play.
Hey, but I did see that damn video they got of Derrick James trying to grab Crawford's gloves, and he's snatching them gloves away though. You feel me, Rick? He was trying to feel Crawford's gloves, and Crawford pulled his hand away fast, and he didn't take off his gloves till after he got back there in the damn locker room. They showing that video too. Now, usually, you know, he'll take them gloves off after he win and hold his hands up and shit.
Ooh, you
got to say about that, Rick?
You got
hold on. Before you do, Rick, hey, Upper Echelon, look good because I just watched the what they call it?
Yeah.
When they wrap up the end of that 24/7 access shit, and Bud had them gloves off when he was walking to the back. Now maybe so he took the motherfuckers off somewhere in the ring. That's it. Go ahead, man.
That video they showed that when he got past the thing, he had the gloves on. When he got past the crowd.
No.
Now, he might have took it off when he got to the back, but I'm just talking about the video that they showed.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I'll take a picture of this shit and send it and post it up in here, but we can't stick no pictures up here.
Asante,
he had the gloves off when he was walking to the back.
If Asante come in here, I have him drop the link for you.
Shit, I ain't got to. I just seen it on Showtime. I looked at this shit last night.
Did y'all watch the epilogue?
Nah, I didn't watch the epilogue.
Hey, man.
I watched it. I
Yeah,
watched.
that's it. That's what I'm talking about. Epilogue.
Hey, go watch the
It,
epilogue, man.
it was pretty good, man. It's pretty. It ain't make Earl look too bad, man. Hey, but what I got to say about what y'all been saying though is, up until now, nobody has said nothing about what Earl has been saying about not taking no tune-ups, about crushing Bud and all this. Nobody has been complaining about it. But once Earl get beat, now we want to, you know, his face. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. If Earl won, we still wouldn't be talking. We still wouldn't be talking about it. So why are we talking about it now, man? That's what he chose to do. Simple fact is, Earl wasn't the same Earl that night. Tune up or not, he wasn't the same Earl. He done had big gaps like this before. Came back and dominated. This time he didn't because something else was wrong. Like the homie BF said, the man ain't sparring 6 weeks, 6 weeks out of the 8-week training camp. I think that had a lot to do with the way he looked. You know what I'm saying? So we can't come back and second guess everything he's been saying for years now and doing for years now. Let's just take it at what it was, man. The man didn't look himself. Let's see what he gonna do at 54.
Yeah, it can't be no excuses at 54. I mean, shit, they need to cross all the T's and dot all the I's because I'm not trying to see a showing like that again because that shit hurt to watch. But I'm a rider. Earl my dog. It's man down till he stands down. But if shit don't look right, I'm gonna say it don't look right.
Hey, go watch the epilogue, man. Earl looked drained as fuck, and I'm not making no excuses. Dude's eyes was low as fuck. Looked like he was smoking, bro.
But
Like
I
that.
been said
Yeah.
that. I told you the brain's the
Hey,
last thing to
balcony,
dehydrate.
when he on the balcony, check
Yeah,
it out, man.
yeah, yeah,
After he eat them hamburgers, bro,
yes.
his eyes look, oh my God.
That dude looked high as fuck, bro. I don't know what it
Never
was.
seen that before out of Earl.
Huh?
I've never seen that before out of Earl.
Yeah, after he was eating those burgers and shit, I was like, dude, like, what's wrong with his eyes? Why he look like that? That was less than 2 hours before the fight. Like, I don't know, man. Shit's
What
sketchy.
you think so what you saying? He got drugged or something?
Nah, I don't know what it was, dude. I honestly don't know, man. He just didn't look himself. Just check it out, dude. He just didn't look all the way there. He looked like he had a fight in a few hours.
That's
That,
the thing. But we look crazy if we try to speculate some stuff like that. Like he got drugged. What I'm gonna say is, I see what I see. Now, as far as why it happened, I don't know. But I see what I see, though.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not speculating that he got drugged or anything. Hell no. I'm just saying I think that he got something going on with his health, man, that he got to address, dude. That's all I'm saying. Not taking nothing away from Bud. Bud did this thing.
Yeah, Bud was spectacular, man. He did what he was supposed to do, but he did that against an Earl that's not the Earl that we've been seeing over these past 10 years, bro. That's just a fact.
That is a fact. But one thing I would say is I would like to see what Derek James do when they go back to the drawing boards. I would like to see if they're going to maybe try something new with him in order to beat the guy like him. Because I'm going to tell you like this. I still say Earl Spence will give Tim Tszyu, Brian Castano, Tony Harrison. He'll still give all those guys problems, but just not Terrence Crawford, man, at this moment.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna
We
see
gonna see.
We're gonna see at 54. And hopefully, whatever Earl did do wrong, they correct it, and I think they will because EJ got Derek James, man.
Yeah, that man's a savant.
Oh
That
no,
man knows his boxing.
Yep.
yeah,
And he was giving Earl the great corrections, but Earl said, "I'm trying." He couldn't do it. He was trying to do it, but he wasn't able to implement what they was telling him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like he was trying, it was like he was discombobulated, bro.
That was his knockdown in his career, right?
That was the first time he's ever been knocked down.
Yeah, that fucked that out. I feel like it's been in the past, man. Fighters are never the same after they take their first knockdown. It fucks them up, you know. So,
well, if that's the case, Manny Pacquiao should have been out of the game.
Pacquiao, a different guy though, man. That's a different breed.
Well, you can't say that then. You know, that's not true. Then you can't say Pacquiao a different guy. Well, Earl a different guy.
Nah, I'm an Earl fan. You know what I mean?
I
Shout out to
understand.
Devin Solis
That's a
for the
myth.
$2 cash app. Salute, Devin. Appreciate you.
Nah, I'm not a Terrence Crawford fan. I'm just calling, like I said, I think that he was pretty shooken up after that first knockdown, man. And you gotta think about the fight of that magnitude. Dude was like, he was shook. He didn't think that'd happen. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure nobody pitches themselves getting fucking knocked out in the biggest fight of their career. You know?
Hey, all I'm saying, family, is just keep the faith, man. You know what I'm saying? We Earl fans for a reason because he told us something. And I believe that he can rise to that level again.
Oh hell yeah, he can. I'm with it. I think he can, but I would like to see
I'm gonna
Earl.
tell you like this, right? Earl outboxed Floyd Mayweather, and Terrence Crawford is not Floyd Mayweather, and
Nope.
that was Mayweather in his prime. That was Money May. Earl outboxed that nigga. He outboxed Adrian Barona and knocked him out. Earl has boxing pedigree. Earl can box. He know how to move laterally. He know how to switch stances. That was Earl in a way we've never seen him before. Something was definitely wrong with Earl, bro. I mean, the man's motor skills was fucked up, dog. Like, there's no way around it. His motor skills was not right. The man he couldn't even protect himself, man.
And that's not Earl, man. Dude normally got a high guard up. That's what he known for.
Hey,
Earl usually roll with shots. He usually catch and shoot and roll with shots. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
I
He
was
couldn't even
watching.
get in his motion. He couldn't get in his catch and shoot motion.
I was watching Boss Talk interview Rainwater, right? And have y'all seen that yet?
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh, it's an excellent interview, man. You should check that out, Upper. But Boss Talk was saying he heard Errol the first round walk back and say he tired. The
I think
first round.
I saw that. I saw that. He actually did. He said that. He said, I'm tired. I saw that.
When the hell have we ever known Earl to do or say anything like that?
For real.
You know why?
Why, bro?
That motherfucker right there, like I said, that weight cut. Listen, and I'm just being 100% real as a boxer myself. They have weight classes for a reason. Earl, for us fans, stayed at 147 because he told us he was going to do it. Most fighters in 10 years, they moved up at least one or two divisions. Earl's fighting at the same division he'd been fighting at as a teenager, making that weight. Knowing this guy gets up to 200 pounds now, and he has to cut all the way down to 147. That's killing his body, bro. And you know he's had head problems, but to get rid of that much fluid, you have to dehydrate your brain as well.
Yep.
So Earl had to dehydrate his brain just to get that extra fluid off, because your brain has about 3 pounds of water in it. So he has to dehydrate his brain as well as his body to make a weight. And then you realize that after he makes this weight, the brain is the last thing to rehydrate. If you notice, his face still looked at bony when he came to the ring. Like, he still looked out of it like he didn't rehydrate up properly. And his nutritionist fucked up and told on himself a little bit, because you remember he was making Earl's food that time, right?
Yep.
And he said, I'm giving Earl this food for brain health. And then he caught himself and switched and said, for his eyes. You feel what I'm saying? So what you giving him brain health, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's giving him brain health stuff because he knows something's wrong with Earl's brain a little bit. Not putting that by and not saying that's the reason, but they already knew a little something was off. I think that's why Earl didn't take the tune-ups, because he knew it would be hell on him to make 147. And I feel like he felt like if he was going to make 147, it was only going to be for the biggest fight in boxing. And that's why he wouldn't take no other fights. That's what I think. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's why I feel like he didn't take all that other shit.
You got a good point, man. You got a damn good point on that. I didn't even look at it from that way. Yeah, I think he did stay at 147 too long. I know it's sad to say that because that's what Bud said was going to happen, but yeah, He definitely fucked up staying there too long, man. Because he's too big. The dude said he got up to what, 200 pounds after being off for like 15 months. That's a lot of fucking weight to drain.
Yeah, but he wasn't like that for this fight though. Earl been working. That was when he was slipping. You know what I'm saying? Earl been working, man. But I still just think that, you know, unfortunately, I think 147 ain't it for him, and I think that he'll look a whole lot better at 154. You know what I'm saying? And if Bud can do that same thing to him at 154, then I gotta take my hats off to him. I already take my hats off to him for what he did with what he had in there. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see if he can do that again at 154. After Earl correct his mistakes and after Derrick James get to study the fight and see exactly what Earl did wrong and give him a better game plan coming into the fight. Because you best believe Derrick James is going to change some stuff up and correct some stuff.
I would like to see that, dude. It's something about a fighter when they take their first loss, man. You get to see what they made of. And Earl Spence, man, I'm eager to see what he's gonna do.
Hey, y'all know what we're gonna do now, right?
What up?
You know my co-host and my partner, he's on live right now. I'm about to put his link in the chat. You hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
And we're gonna take it over there. I'll come back on later on tonight, but we take it over there with my boy Pool Counter. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in here.
All right.
Hey, that's some real stuff too, right there. You doing upper. You know,
Yeah, that's my homie, bro.
We gotta support each other, man. We gotta support each other. Shout each other out. You know what I'm saying? Send people to each other's streams and
yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, that's why I started at my boy Pool County and everything. Y'all hit that link right there. Go over there to Pool County. I'm gonna meet y'all over there, and y'all let him know I sent y'all over there because I'm about to come over there and cook with him. Because, you know, he still teaching me how to do all this other shit. But I'm about to meet y'all over there. All right. Peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all. I'm coming.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason.